Instead of doing action, now the body is doing action. So now he should search for an alternative by which he can join with his Almighty, with his original source. So he should create a yoga body and do action with that body. So that he has to create himself. The original body which can be seen by all people is created by the nature from the mother's womb. Now, because of the bondage, to solve this bondage problem, he should create himself a yogic body. So that yogic body from that body only, this body is working. Now he is not aware about that body, that yogic body. Now he should know. So we also should know what is that yogic body. So the pranic power is sleeping when there is gross body. Only by respiration the body is maintained and the life also is going on in the external environment. Now he has to open that yogic body. So that yogic body is the center for all the actions. From that center only the physical body is working. Just for instance, legs are there. There is a center in this yogic body. Just like all our body parts are centered in our brain, there are centers are there. Leg center, hand center, like that. There are centers, in the brain. So similarly, in this yogic body also, for its action, either leg action or hand action or whatever it is, all the actions, it should start from the center, that is yogic centers. So there are 5 yogic centers for action. 5 yogic centers for action. And 2 yogic centers, actually one yogic center for the knowledge. And overall controlling center is 7th center. Now I will tell slowly. Now you start with legs. So the center for action of legs is called Mooladhara. This yogic body cannot be seen by dissection. So these centers, for our understanding, we feel that a spinal cord is there. So in that spinal cord we have to imagine with our intellect. So that Mooladhara is at the bottom of the spinal column. So that from that center the legs are moving, working. So unless that center activates by the pranic power, perfect action of the legs cannot be attained. If you are aware about this yogic body and starts acting from that yogic body, it is called karma yoga. Action in yoga. Otherwise it is only action. Physical activity. So the purpose also, the result also, action result also will be minimal. So if you act from the center of the path, then the effect will be more. We will get good results. So the legs center is called Mooladhara. Then the hands center is called Swasthana. And the urinary center, action center is at Manipuraka, that is at navel level. In this spinal cord, it cannot be seen even by dissection, but we can feel it. We can feel that. If we feel it, it gets activated, and we will know the center's action by experience. We will have that experience. The efficiency of work, we can experience it. And the work action of reproductive system is at Anahata Chakra. Anahata Chakra means chest area. And the action of speech center is called Vishuddha Chakra. Now these 5 centers are action centers in yogi body. Are you following? Now we can activate the pranic power which is sleeping at the bottom of Mooladhara should be awakened. This is called Kundalini Jagruti. And that Kundalini Jagruti, when it awakens, it traverses through these yogic centers. Are you following? So now, how to activate it? Now we are respiring. The respiratory system starts from the nose. We take the air, in which the pranic power from the sun is there in this air, surrounding air. So that we are inhaling. While inhaling, the right nostril represents the sun power. That is called prana. And the left nostril represents the moon. That is called manas, manaha, mind power. Pranic power and mind power. This is heat and this is cold. To balance. So we inhale by these 2 nostrils. That means it is here, we feel that externally in the body we call this as nostril. But in yogic language it is called nadi. Nadi means which carries this pranic energy from the external environment in which the pranic power is there from the sun, in the air, that we are inhaling. So this is called Pingala Nadi, Pingala or Surya Nadi. Surya means sun. And the left nostril, left Nadi is called Ida Nadi. That is called Nadi of moon. Manaha, Manas, mind. Okay? Now, these nadis, what we inhale from the nose, it goes to respiratory system. From there it goes to the blood and all these things, you know. Now in this yogic language, yogic pranayama, the nadi will go to Mooladhara. These two combined together, not one. Both at a time they are working. Surya Nadi and Chandra Nadi or Pingala and Ida, that means pranic power and mind power. Both powers are there in the environment. One is from the sun, another is from the moon. That pranic and mind energies are entering into the body through these nadis. Nadis, yogic body I am talking. So they directly go to Mooladhara. Now the air will go to respiratory system, but the pranic power goes to Mooladhara. Because at the Mooladhara, what is there? The pranic power is sleeping. We told that. It is called Kundalini. So by inhaling these two pranic and mind powers from the Ida and Pingala nadis, they go to Mooladhara and awaken this pranic power. And it traverses that pranic power. Once it is awakened, it goes to Sushumna Nadi. In the center, there is a Nadi that is direct from Mooladhara to up to Sahasrara. In between, there are centers are there. So when the pranic power awakens and comes to the level of Mooladhara, then the legs will get activated from the yogic body, not from the air going to the respiratory system and goes through cardiovascular system and going to the blood, going to this one and supplying the pranic power. That is superficial. So we are talking about yogic karma yoga, action through yogic body. That is more important. Now we are doing action only with gross body. Now there is a yogic body in everybody there, but human being can awaken that. Can awaken that sleeping pranic power by his effort, by knowing. Effort means effort with knowledge. So when I am inhaling, I don't feel that I am inhaling and the air is going to respiratory system. This is physical level. Now a yogi, to improve his action, to get better results. That means then he can, this self will go to upwards and then join with the Almighty. That is the main purpose. Not by doing action and getting some small things, just like food and all these things, and these are all minor. They are very cheap level. In that yogic language I am talking. This karma yoga. Bhagavad Gita aims at liberation. Not with simple results. External results. Not with physical body. He is working with yogic body. That is very important. So up to Vishuddha we told. Up to this level it is action. 5 actions. Legs, hands, excretory organs, and the reproductive organ, and speech organ. 5 over. So up to here, the action component is over. Up to neck. The Vishuddha is at the neck. A voice. But still in that Sushumna Nadi, the pranic power is going up because it is a straight line. Starting from Mooladhara up to Sahasrara, it is a straight line. There is nobody can obstruct that. It is straight. A very small tube. They give the description of that Padma, that means lotus flower, that Tudu is there. So that is such a very, very small. Even hair also should be divided and still 100 or something thousand power. That much small channel, that Sushumna. From that this pranayama goes. Very, very subtle. But action is powerful. So these homeo pills are there. If they increase this one, 1 lakh power, powerful, small. So like that, this pranic power, now this gross body is working with, prana is respiring. With that air power, it is working. It is not air, direct pranic power. That respiration is Shyasa. By Shyasa the body is working. Now in this Bhagavad Gita Karma Yoga means that action is being done not by this Shyasa, by direct pranic power. Prana while sleeping it is inhaling and exhaling. Prana normally in our bodies, before this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, usually our body and brain and all those things, it is respiring and inhaling and exhaling. With that Shwasa only the body is working, or your mind also. But now, after knowing the knowledge of yoga from Bhagavad Gita, we are making that sleeping pranic power at the Mooladhara, we are awakening it by yogic knowledge. That is traveling through that Sushumna Nadi. Sushumna. So this is Pingala Nadi, this is Ida Nadi, and that pranic power channel is called, Nadi means channel of pranic power. If the pranic power is traversing, it is called Nadi. Just as the blood is flowing, that is called blood vessel. Like that, this pranic power is traversing. That is called Nadi. So it is Pingala Nadi and it is Ida Nadi, and that from Mooladhara to Sahasrara it is called Sushumna Nadi. These 3 names you remember. They are pranic channels. Direct pranic channels. Not this Shwasa, not this air. Direct. There is no medium. Direct. That power is there for the knowledge of yoga. So now we study after that. The Ajna Chakra is there at the center. This is called Bhumajja. Bhumajja means in between the eyes, at the juncture of the eyebrows, that center is called, where we put tilak, that center is called Agya Chakra. There the mind is there, which controls the actions, yogic actions. Am I legible? Are you understanding? Yes, very good. So, in between the Vishuddha and the voice center and the Agya Chakra mind center, there are sensory organs are there. Now what is happening? Before entering into this yogic knowledge, please hear me, understand me, then you can write notes. So, before knowing this knowledge, what is happening? This mind is getting awakened from the sleep. And immediately, because it is not having knowledge of yoga before this, so immediately what are there? Jnanic sensory organs are there. It is coming to sensory organs and going out. So it is not bothered about either prana power or the body or the buddhi or the jiva, the owner of the house. The jiva is bound here. So the mind is not bothered about it because it has no knowledge. Is it not necessary for us to have that knowledge of yoga, which is blessed by God Himself 5,000 years ago, but nobody bothered. Without bothering by this yogic knowledge, we are getting PhDs. We are living, we feel that we are great. Who is great? Even without joining even the primary school, if he knows this yogic knowledge and he makes the pranic power sleeping at the bottom of the yogic body, if he is able to awaken that and make it to enter into the Sushumna Nadi, he is supreme by all, because he is making a travel towards his original source. He won't take birth again. He is eradicating the birth and death cycle. It is a disease. It is called Bhavaroga. Who is great? Unfortunately, your parents also are not aware. That's why they are not directing their children. We have studied human science, but in our institution, they have not taught this. They only mentioned spiritual science is there. But what is that? No description. We are not aware. Till I come to this, by the grace of our Guru, he opened this to the masses. He is making a progress in this. Now about 4 to 5,000 children have completely memorized this Bhagavad Gita, 700 chapters. Meaning slowly they know, that's a separate issue. It takes time. So now we talk about this Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means, karma means action. Action through yogic body. That is called Karma Yoga. Then what will happen? After coming up to this extent perfectly, up to Vishuddha, then the knowledge starts about the self. For that, the mind goes towards Sahasrara. There is intelligence. Mind is now coming down and going into the world through sensory organs. Now what is the status of action organs? Now what, in general, 80 to 90% of the generation all over the world, what they are doing? They are not working with sensory motor organs. Action organs are not working because they have given the entire work to machinery. If they put button here, it works. Even operations also they are doing mechanically. So the universal development cannot be obtained by machinery action or pranic body action, yogic body action. Our mind is diverted to the mechanical science. And there is yogic science is there. Selection is yours. Because nobody opened this yogic science so far. Since 5 years, from 2015, Swamiji is working on this to propagate all over the world. But still, effective reflection, effective response, we are unable to get it. Now let us study the Karma Yoga, into details. There are so many details in yogic science and all these things that we will know through this course. Now we started with karma action. Now Arjuna, what happened in the previous chapter? Krishna explained about the knowledge of the Supreme. And about his Swadharma also. Everybody is having his own duty. By birth, genetically he has got that whatever guna he is there, because as a result of his previous karmas, he will take birth in one guna. There are 3 gunas are there in the nature. So by his activities, actions, he will take birth in which the prevailing guna, pradhana guna is one. Either it may be Sattvic guna or Rajasa guna or Tamasa guna. By birth. Animals are there. If I go and talk Bhagavad Gita with them, they cannot understand, they cannot hear also. For example, I am telling. And some people are there. If I say I will let us discuss about Bhagavad Gita, so they sit for some time and they go. They are not interested. That means they are Rajoguna. They are because body conscious, not yogic body, gross body which has come from the mother's womb. This yogic body, unless you realize, your mind realizes and develops only, the yogic body works. Otherwise it won't work. Just for maintenance it works. By maintaining that yogic body only we are living. It is the responsibility of who is the owner of this house. That is, he is called Kshetrajna or Jiva. So he should have this pranic knowledge. Yogic knowledge means that prana should pass through Kundalini Shakti. We should not depend on only respiration. It should motivate, it should awaken the pranic power in the bottom of the Mooladhara, and that pranic power should travel through Kundalini Shakti, and at each center the responding area should be worked out in perfection. So that takes some time. Some people will come up to level of the Mooladhara. Some people may come up to Manipuraka. Like that, it takes different. Not in one life it will come. It takes lot of. In one life means it is not possible. But we should make a humble start. Where we are there, we don't know. That is called Swadharma. With what guna we have taken birth, how to know? Unless we make a humble start. Where am I? I may be in Mooladhara, or I may be in Manipuraka, or I may be in Anahata, or I may be in Vishuddha, or I may be in Agya Chakra, or I may be in. So unless you start working from Mooladhara, automatically it goes. If you are at Agya Chakra, let us say, unless you start from Mooladhara, automatically it comes within no time, within short period, you will halt at Agya Chakra. From there you have to work out up to Sahasrara. Or else I am at Manipuraka, I will stop there. There I have to work hard. Then by next birth I will come to Anahata. By next birth I will come to Vishuddha. So like that, what is your genetic center? Are you following? Any doubts?
Just one thing, you said
Please louder.
The yogic action, how it is different from the grass action?
Very good. Perfection. Without any effort, there won't be any mistakes. Even slight mistake also, you will realize yourself. Now what is happening? If I do any mistake, others are pointing out. They are recognizing my mistake. I could not. Why not? My mistake, why I should give chance to him to identify? It may be good or bad. So if we have this knowledge of yogic power, yoga, so we can find out the mistakes in action by ourselves. Before exhibiting, before manifesting, before execution. Before execution we know, yes, my mind is working in wrong way. My center when it fails, when the pranic power is weak, then it works less level, with less power. So we must make efforts. So I am speaking. So in my speech, the words, if there is any wrong word, you are recognizing. Why not I? I am putting a wrong step and I am falling in a deep pit. Why should I? Why I could not realize that pit before putting my leg? What for this mind and sensory organs? For vigilance. They are vigilant servants. They should whistle for the action, for the karmendriyas. Either leg movement or hand movement or whatever, speech movement. Into the society, these three are for the society, the other two are for the family level. Or Malamutra is body level. Malamutra body, reproduction is family level, and the other three are social level. Legs, hands, and speech. They are social level. Is it not? Unnaturally we are talking. Who is there to receive? And without any We are speaking some nonsense. Just like politics we are talking. Why in what way it is useful either to me or to you? We meet just for a party. We are speaking politics or some about him. Why? What purpose will be there? What purpose will be served for that by that? So we are not realizing that it is unnecessary. This action is not going to give any benefit to me or to the listener. I am karta, you are karma. For both of us, if it is not useful, why should I talk? Why should we talk? Why should you hear? Or why should you talk and why should I hear? We are wasting our time. Our main purpose is liberation. We are not bothered about that. So that's why in this, this yoga science is a vast thing. So let us control ourselves and come up with the knowledge. So there are 5 centers, 5 organs, 5 centers are there. Okay? Chayasi Chet Karmanaste Vada Uddhir Janardana Tatkim Karman Gorima Niyojes Keshava. You have given the knowledge of Supreme and you are telling knowledge is greater than action. But you are giving duty for me in this Dharma Samsthapana action. Why? When it is great, knowledge is great, why you have given duty to me in the action? That is his question. Yamishreneva vakyena buddhi mohayasya ume tadekam vadanichit yene shreyoham apriyam. You tell me one which promotes me towards the liberation. Which will promote me? That best one fit for my genetic susceptibility. That is there. For which I am eligible. Am I not eligible genetically for knowledge? Then God is saying, Lokesmin Dividhanishta Pura Prokta Mayanaga Jnana Yogena Sanjana Karma Yogena Yogina. Before creation, I have established 2 paths. One is knowledge, another is action. So, people are coming after death to me for rebirth. They are coming to me, they are having parents. So that if they join, if they get knowledge, they join with me directly. So, who cannot merge with me, they come and stand before me. Those people, if they are having completely knowledge, they are completely successful in getting knowledge of this one, they merge with me. They don't take birth again. But many people are coming before me to take rebirth because selection is mine. Which birth to be given? So they have done actions, either good or bad. They don't know the account. I am having computerized, well computerized, digital. Even he won't pay attention. Automatically there works. That is the computer, auto computer. I need not push the button. Automatically by seeing that scanning, it gives yes. They come to me. So I have prepared that computer. You select who is eligible for jnana, who is eligible for action. Action, there are 4 levels are there. 4 levels of action. For liberation, please underline. So, group also is there. They are neither eligible for liberation at all. That is fifth group. So, knowledge group is one. Knowledge group. There is no division. But in action group, there are 4 divisions, 4 types of actions towards liberation. Towards bondage, one group. So when the person is dying, what he has selected? Is it bondage or liberation? If it is liberation, in these 4 levels, for which level he is eligible? Who is eligible for knowledge? Pending knowledge. Still complete, perfect, pure knowledge he has not come. Still he has got some pending. So to fill up that pending, he is taken birth, he has taken birth in that knowledge group. So knowledge group and action group. Action group are 4. And fifth one, bondage group. Knowledge, action, bondage. So they take again birth. Now, while dying, I am worried about my bank balance and died. Which group I belong?
Bondage.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. I am interested in service.
Action.
In this liberation group, service to the society, not individuals. When you serve, you are serving not to the individuals. Please, it is a mass scale. We are serving to the mass. Mass means God. Mass is God. Please remember, mass is God, not individuals. If I come out from the mass and I feel I am, it is egoism. Egoistic people are not in the mass. That means such people will go to the bondage level. So first is service, that is primary group. In this liberation group, primary group is service. Next is maintenance of the body by food and milk. They develop food by crops and they develop milk by maintaining the cows. So that group, they are interested in that. With that interest only, they drop their body. That is maintenance of the body. That is second group. And third group, they know about the dharma. That means duty towards liberation. And they maintain dharma in the masses. They rule. That power they have gained and they died there. Are you following? So it is ruling. That is rakshana. That means protection. They protect the masses. Bondage people, they spoil the masses. They hatch everything. Even they kill people. They think that is their interest. They are bonded people. They don't know about dharma and all these liberation, all these things. They don't know. So from them, they have to protect these masses. It is protection. So that is one group, liberation group, third group. And complete knowledge practice, pure knowledge practice is fourth group. They are practicing. They are practicing knowledge. They are not much bothered about their own body also. They only gain knowledge. That is fourth group in this liberation group. And who have a pendency in knowledge, they are knowledgeable. They directly come to knowledge. This we will know in the 9th chapter, we will know all these things. So now Swami is telling, Bhagavan is telling, Lokesman Dvidha Nitha Pura Prokta Mayanaga Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yogina. Some people I sent to Jnana group. Some people I sent to liberation group. Some people I sent to liberation group means four groups, separate groups. And they combine together, they work for liberation. Here now, for instance, for our understanding, previous week, that yajna has been performed. So there are 4 types of people are there. Can you tell me? Who are they? Not by name, by their action. Can you classify the people who participated in yajna as 4 people? 4 people participated in this yajna, 4 groups.
So those who helped to make it happen.
No, 4 classification.
Ijamani.
One is to chant mantras. That is one group. So many people have been invited and they only chant mantras. That is their duty. And some people, they do homa. And some people, they finance for the program. Some people, they volunteer for service. Are there 4 groups or not? For yajna, all people, without all people, only alone cannot be done. Only mantra cannot do. Only homa cannot do. Only finance cannot do. Only volunteers cannot do. All 4 types of groups should join together to make this liberation activity. It is for liberation. Can you understand? Are you following? Do you accept it or not, sir?
Yeah.
That is called yajna. That will come. Lokesmin Dvidha Nitha Pura Prokta Mayanaga Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yogina. Nakarmana Manarambha Naishkarnyam Purushoshrute. Without starting the liberation action towards liberation through yogic body, you won't achieve the actionless state. What is the aim of these 4 people? To become actionless. That means knowledge. Actionless means only knowledge. So from this action, to reach the actionless state, the yajna is here. Here there are 4 types of people participating. Nakarmana manarambha naishkarmya purushoshrute. Without starting action, you won't reach the actionless state. That is knowledge state. This group, knowledge group, you won't come to the knowledge group. Unless you complete action in these 4 levels, from service to finance, to supply the material, milk and other material, and by finance, and the ruling, doing homa and all this, and chanting mantras. Chanting mantras is called Brahmin. Doing homa is called Kshatriya. Financer is called Vaishya. And service is called Shudra. That's for naming to our understanding. So they will come up from first stage to second stage. Next time they become financiers. Now they are doing service because they are not having money. They cannot finance, but they can do physical service. And some people have come up to the level of ruling, organizer. And some people will chant mantras direct from the God, from Veda. That Lakshana Jnana. All people cannot have, because they have worked for 12 or 15 years and they have come to the stage. Can we come now? Not in this birth. No, we cannot chant that mantras also. But the effect will not come. By chanting, we are satisfying the gods, not the people. Because the blessing should come from the higher level towards liberation, or to maintain the body.
Is it same if we chant without knowing the meaning?
Huh?
If we chant without knowing the meaning, will it give the same?
They know the meaning.
We don't know.
Otherwise, we also know, but not in this genetic susceptibility should be there. Genetic susceptibility should be there. It is Swadharma. That's why it is called Swadharma. In my childhood, in Kuchipudi dance programs, both singing and dancing. Only every actor should do it. Now, what happened? Singing group is separate. Dancing group is separate. It is our mistake. By human mistake, age-old mistake, they are separated. but they are inseparable. That is the generation. We have fallen down because of our desire towards the grass world. So we have to gain again. Slowly. It takes time. Inseparable. Please note this. Are you clear? Very good. Do you accept? Yes.
I read some Sanskrit verses, but I don't know the meaning. I read some Sanskrit verses, but I don't know the meaning.
It is our mistake. In olden days, there is only one language, Sanskrit only. That's why the total liberation science of liberation is in Sanskrit only. Now afterwards they are all cropped up. If you go back in the history, there is a date when this Telugu has started, when this Tamil has started. They are not ancient. If you go 10,000 or 1 lakh years back, when human being has come, nobody knows. No history. We know only from 5,000 or 2,000 or whatever it is, something. Some time is there. But it is ancient human beings. So there are two schools of thoughts. Who has taken birth in the beginning? Is it amoeba or human being? Now our modern science says, amoeba started, amoeba developed, it became monkey, from monkey to human being. Why not? The human being is first, he has done mistakes, so he has fallen to monkey, monkey to amoeba. Which is correct? Who knows? But we believe. Where is the proof? Intelligence cannot be created from the inert object. Intelligence can be dropped and it can become inert. Which is correct? What modern science says? From inert object, intelligence started, developed. Is it not? Now another school says, by losing intelligence, you have become inert. Can you cross it? It is up to you to take. So we have lost our intelligence by separating the inseparable sound and meaning. It is our ignorance because of desire. Because we depend on the objects. We have to rule the objects, but we are dependents on the objects. I am dependent on my chair, but chair should be under my control. The self should be under my control, but I am under this control. Which is correct? This I have created. I mean somebody. Now I am slave for this. Is it having pranic power? It is inert. It is only a mission, that's all. Without self separately, it has no self. Unless I operate, it won't operate. My help should be needed for this, to become active, to get activated. But I am dependent for this. I have become dependent for this. I feel that I cannot live without this. Is it correct? I can live, but I have no confidence. It is human weakness. To get rid of this delusion or illusion later, this Bhagavad Gita has come. It is knowledge, it is revival, but people are not interested. Even after 5,000 years, 250 generations, we are not interested even to hear about it, to discuss about it. We discuss politics. Why not this? So, nahi kaschit kshanamapi na karmana manarambha naishkarmi purushoshrade na cha sanyasana deva siddhe samadhigachati. If you drop doing action, you won't get knowledge. But by not starting action, you won't gain knowledge. And by stopping action, you won't get knowledge. You must start. Because you are at that level. When it is told, it is 5,000 years back, the status of human being, without starting action, he cannot gain knowledge. He should become actionless. Unless he acts, he cannot become actionless. Here the secret is, now action is being done by what? Body. Am I right? For that body to act, pranic power is essential. Without pranic power, the hands or feet cannot move. During deep sleep, the hand and feet are not moving. Why? Because pranic power is receded back. Only minimum to maintain the body only it is requiring. Prana is there, heart is beating, your respiration system is working, but hands and feet are not moving. Is it correct or not? Okay? That means for any action, the pranic power should come from the deep sleep state to the awakening state and make the hands and feet to move. That is action. Is it not? So in this action, if anybody has come to damage my eyes, some creature, if it comes to my eye to this one, without knowing, automatically I move my hand. Without knowledge. So without the intervention of knowledge means mind. Without mind I move my hand. It is involuntary. Is it not? So for even other activities, what is the necessity of the mind in action? Only to supervise the mistakes. But what happened? To spoil the intelligence also, the mind is completely attached to action. How? Not for his own body, but for others' body. That means through sensory organs, the mind is going and observing all others' actions. Leaving his own body action. Is it correct? Is it right or not? Is it happening or not? Is it right or wrong? The diagnosis has been given by this Bhagavad Gita. That is the main problem. Now that should be cut short. The mind should not get attached to the sensory organs to observe others' actions. His role is, it should observe his own actions, his own body actions. That power is only having mind only. For anybody, even for me or for you or whosoever it is, observing actions of the body, of the self, mind is not working. My actions are being observed by you. Your actions are being observed by me. Who will be benefited? Neither you nor me. So now this is the yoga. They are telling how to act. What happens? Unless you start action, your mind cannot go to actionless state. As long as you observe actions through sensory organs of others, it won't come to actionless state. only except during deep sleep. Not with knowledge. In awakening state, it won't come to actionless state. Now again, next stanza he is telling, Nahi kaschit chhanam jatu ditthya karma krut. Karite yavasya karma sarva prakriti gunai. You are doing action even without your knowledge. Because the prakriti, the nature itself by birth, it is a genetic susceptibility which is propelling you towards that action by your body, propelling your body towards action. Unless God says, how can we know this genetic susceptibility? We guess. Guess won't work here. Hypothesis won't work here. It is real knowledge. What is happening? Unless he says or Guru says, how can we know? Because he is not visible, so we don't believe. These modern scientists maintain us only by respiration. They don't allow the prana to awaken. Nobody teaches. Nobody teaches. Are you aware about Kundalini Jagriti? By word only you know. If your Kundalini Jagriti is there, you will have your own experience. That is called Vijnana. You will become actionless by reaching up to Agnya Chakra. You must work out up to that level. You must work. Your intelligence will awaken. If you make the pranic power to awaken, it makes your intelligence to awaken by controlling the mind, by not going through sensory organs to observe others' actions. By observing others' actions, how can you reach the actionless state? That is the question. Unless you come to the actionless state, you are not eligible for knowledge, self-knowledge. Nahi kaschit chhanamapi jatu ditthya jakarmagru karide yavasya karma sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi. Automatic. There are 3 gunas are there. So they are operating. And you are feeling I am operating. I am making them, and it is my voluntary action. It is automatically involuntary action. Respiration is involuntary. When you have come out from the womb, the respiration started. Is it voluntary or involuntary? But you are claiming that it is voluntary. I can stop it. That's why it is voluntary. You can spoil it. Because I can spoil this one, I am the owner. What I can do? I can spoil it. Okay, that's why you praise me. I am the leader for the action. Because I can spoil it. How long? Till your intelligence has been completely zero. Even though I have taken human birth, I am acting as an animal. That is called tamasa bhava. By killing others, by separating the prana and body, that is called killing. What for human life? Is it to kill the prana or to maintain the prana? When you are having the power to maintain the prana, you are killing the prana, separating the body and prana by your tamasa bhavas. How You have taken birth in Rajoguna. You must go towards Satvika Sattva. But you are automatically, even without your knowledge, you are going to Tamoguna in deep sleep. You are also supporting the same deep sleep. Why not Samadhi? That side Samadhi is there. This side deep sleep, it is nature. Even without your intervention, you are going to sleep. There is the bridge is there. To come down, effort is it essential or control is essential? You have come to the top of the bridge. To come down, effort is essential or control is essential? Are you following?
Yeah, controlling the sensory organ.
Where is control? Your effort also is to go down. By joining with the sensory organs and observing others' actions, forgetting your own actions. Who will correct you? Who will correct if others says, you feel ego. I am right. My action is right. Similarly, you are observing and finding fault with others, and if you say that, they say, I am correct, they say, who will be corrected? Both are falling down. If you observe your own actions, you can correct your mistakes. And to go towards actionless state at the awakening state. न कर्मणावनारंभात् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोच्यते न संन्यासादेव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठति अकर्मकुरु कारिणे अवशः कर्म अवशः. Without you can't stop it. As long as you are associated with sensory organs, forgetting your own action organs, you are a slave. But you are the supreme of your own body. You are the leader of your body. You are the manager of your body. It should be under your control. But you have come to its control. As a slave, you are following them. That's why they told in this in the 6th and 7th chapters, 7th stanzas, they tell that Karmendriyani, hear carefully, Karmendriyani samyamya, that means by controlling the action organs by your egoism, instead of observing and becoming actionless, you are controlling your action organs. Karmendriyani samyamya yaste manasa smaran indriyarthan. Others activities. They are producing sound. You are also producing sound. Your own sound, if you observe, you can correct mistakes in your sounding. If you observe other speeches, can you correct them? They can't be corrected, and you, because you are not observing, you can't be corrected. If you observe, you can correct it. Is it reasonable or not? It is the fundamental mistake identified by the Bhagavad 5,000 years back. Karmendriyani samyamya yaste manasasmaran indriyardhan. What we are doing? We are always, in our mind, what is there? Only external activities. Not your own activities. You are evaluating others' activities. Through sensory organs, you can observe others. Through action organs, you can observe your own correction. You can observe your own activities. Then you can be liberated from the body and become actionless. Body is action. Then it becomes involuntary, automatically. Indriyardhan, Indriyardhan means others' activities. Indriyardhan, Vimudhatma, Midhyacharaha. It is called mithya, delusion, illusion. Mithya means illusion. Vimudhatma, you lose your knowledge. Whatever knowledge you gained in the previous birth, that also is lost now by doing this way. Mithyacara. So what to do? Yat indriyani manasa niyamya. You control your sensory organs. Don't go out. We are telling to mind. You control your sensory organs. Yat indriyani manasa niyamya. Arvade Arjuna. Karmendriyai karma yogam asaktaha. Don't get attached. Only observe. Automatically it will be corrected. If you are attached, you will become slave. Here also. By sensory organs, slave is okay. Even action organs also, if you expect any result by your action, by your body activities, if you expect any result, then also you will become slave. You are bound. You will be in bondage. Here, you should not expect a result. There, you should stop it completely. Indriyani manasa niyamya arvadi arjuna karmendriye karma yogam asaktaha savisishyate. Niyatam kuru karmatvam karmajyayo yakarmanaha sharira yatra vishte naprasiddhe karmanaha. Whatever is your duty, by your genetic susceptibility, you must perform that duty first. That means level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. That is genetic levels. Seva and Krushi Gauraksha, that means maintenance of the food, maintenance of the body, food and other things, maintenance of the body, and ruling dharma, and then Shama, complete control of the mind. Final actionless state. Shama means actionless state of mind is called Shama. That is actionless state. Then, in that actionless state, what you are doing? You are gaining knowledge of Supreme Soul and Self. About your self-knowledge and supreme knowledge. Both. Then the interest will start then only. Otherwise, we are not interested. We are having other works. No time. Weekly 2 hours. No time to discuss about this self-knowledge. No, interest should be created. Automatically it should come the interest. Before it is there, let us go. No, that interest is self-interest. Who is telling all there is only nominal? So we are paying our attention towards that. Why there is no interest in the mind? Because it is bound. Is it essential? The body can be maintained by involuntary action itself. Your mind is not necessary at all. Unless to spoil it, unless to go down, your effort should be there. Go down if you pay your mind also. If it is voluntary, going down, if there is voluntary effort, you will fall down. While going down, if you put effort, you will fall immediately. Is it not? You must have control, not to fall. So, niyatam kuru karmatvam, karmajyayo yakarmana, sharira yatra videna prasiddhe karmana. If you don't do any action by your misconception, even your body also cannot be maintained. Body also cannot be maintained. Without body, mind cannot become actionless. it has to take another birth. It is the secret. So what to do now? We have maintained the body by stopping sensory organs and by participating, by observing Swadharma, that means body, genetic susceptibility, genetic susceptible actions. To maintain the body, we have maintained the prana. If we put our pranic power in the Kundalini Shakti, this is the benefit. You will have that experience. By experience slowly, the experience is called Vijnana. That means experience, knowledge of experience is called Vijnana. Book knowledge is called Jnana. Book knowledge.
Hanuman Chalisa on the event.
No, you wind up just like both. Book knowledge or learning knowledge is called Jnana, and through experience it is called Vijnana. So both should tally. Both should tally. What jnana you received, it should be on par with the jnana, your vijnana also, experience. Here it is experience. For experience, body is essential, and mind is essential, intelligence is essential, control of sensory organs, and actionless mind. All these are essential for vijnana. So, for this one, because in the body, in the mind means antakarana. We call combined. Mind and intelligence are both combined, called is antakarana. Name you remember, that's antakarana. What is English word for that? Can you give any English word? Antakarana.
Inner tools.
Huh?
Inner tools.
Inner
Tools.
tool. Inner tool. Okay. It is for understanding only wording. Okay. Antakarana, that is better. You can keep that word in the English. Antakarana. So, antakarana is separate, body is separate. Please mind it. During deep sleep it is proved. Body is there. Antakarana is sleeping. Sleeping means it is actionless. Without knowledge. Antakarana, in deep sleep state, your body is there. It is also actionless. May only prana is maintained here. And your antakarana has gone to deep sleep. That is actionless state. But there is no knowledge. Now what to do? We have to fill the antakarana with knowledge when you are in awakening state. By departing from the body and becoming actionless and gaining knowledge, then that knowledgeable antakarana should go to, if it goes to deep sleep state, it is not deep sleep, it is samadhi. If it goes without knowledge, it is deep sleep. If it goes with knowledge, it is samadhi. So that means what it says, you make your antakarana to be in samadhi state, yogasthak kuru karmani, that is told in the previous chapter. You keep your antakarana in samadhi and you make your body to act. You give such training for 1 week or 10 days or whatever it is, depending on the activity. You give the training to it and then go back to your own samadhi. Then you go to the society. Training is institutional. Execution is social. Open university. Open. plan correct or not?